हरि नमो नमः। नारायण परिपूर्ण गुणार्णवाय विश्वोदय स्थितितोलयन्नियति प्रताय ज्ञानप्रताय विबुधासुर सौख्य दुःख सत्कारणाय विददाय नमो नमस्ते। यो विप्रलिम्ब विपरीतमतिप्रभूतान् वादान् निरस्य कृतवान् भुविदत्ववादम् सर्वेश्वरो हरिरीति प्रतिपातकं तम् आनन्दतीर्थमुनिवर्यं नमामि। पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। अत ईशावास्य उपनिषदः यज्ञेय उपनिषदः शान्तिपाठः। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। Namaskaram. See, as we discussed in the last session, we will just go for the recap, because we have come up to the sloka number 8. But this continuously we will have to do the recap, because as our Upanishad, Veda and as well as all other scriptures, Shravanam and Mananam has to be repeatedly sort of practiced. Then only we are able to get the continuity, as well as it is an abstract subject, but then it is not as abstract once we understand the important components of it. So when we started this Upanishad, we said it is a Isavasya Upanishad. We call it Yajñeya Upanishad. Yajñeya Upanishad as sort of determined by the Acharya based on the Pramanas. Because Yajñeya is the grandson of Swayambhu Manu, who is the forefather of everyone. After Brahma, it is only Swayambhu Manu. From there, the whole world has evolved. Swayambhu Manu was always fighting, against the Rakshasas, because he was protecting the creation of the Supreme Lord. Because Supreme Lord has given him the responsibility of protecting all his creations, all the worlds, all the sort of jantus, creatures, as well as all the beings. But the Rakshasas were always trying to destabilize, because they were thinking whatever Lord is doing is only to go against the Rakshasas, and they will not be able to have their way, because they wanted to control the whole world, because they will have finally destabilized the whole world, they will be able to take over. The Swayambhu Manu, as per the belief, as per the Upamanas, Pramanas given, till today he is protecting the world from all these forces. Even what we are facing present day, these are all also the creation of some of these forces only. But who is the reason for creating all these forces? It's only we. If we have followed the way of living that has been advocated in our Vedas, Upanishads and all, to great extent, if we have continued, possibly we could have avoided quite a bit of things. But then whenever we face something, he only helps us to get off. Like this, whatever we are facing today, this COVID or whatever it is, this shall pass. Coming to the idea is the Swayambhu Manu has given all his experiences in this Upanishad, though it has been compiled by Yajñavakya and all other rishis. It is his experience. Finally, we are trying to imbibe as well as understand how we will have to adopt in this current generation in the Kali Yuga. Isavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena taktena bunjita makrida kasya siddhana. So when he said he is everywhere, the Isha is everywhere, Isha Avasyam, he is pervading the whole world. When he is pervading the whole world, and we don't have to worry about anything, but at the same time, he has given you everything. He has put in place everything. So you try to go by whatever he has given. Don't try to go covet anything else. Bunjita, and say whatever he has given, and go. You practice your karma based on that. Finally, it is his. Kasya svidhanam. It is all His. Whatever we are enjoying, whatever we are encountering, whatever we are thinking, we are having it and we are giving it to others. Everything is His. Kasas Viddanam. When He is having the entire, it is His own property. We are here to do and enjoy as well as give it to others during this birth. It is His. Therefore, we don't have to covet anything. It is all His. We don't have any reason to covet. The second sloka came to the karma. When we are living in this world, what we will have to do? Kurvan evehe karmani. Kurvan karmani is okay. We have to do the job. Kurvan evehe karmani. There is no other way but to do the karma. Without doing the karma, life is action, action is life. Without doing the karma, we can't live in this world. So this, when we are doing, Kurvan evehe karmani jijivishe chatam samaha. Jijivishe satam samaha, in the sense, as we said, because the 100 years is a concept, because as we said, that Ida, Pingala and Sushmana Nadis, they do have 72,000 nodes. The 72,000 nodes represent 36,000 nights and 36,000 days. So by reason of which, in a complete life, one is expected to have fulfilled life for 100 years. So Jijivishe chatam samaha. Evam tvai nanete tosti na lipyate nare. Once you do follow your karmas, duties, when we mean karma, duty ordained to us in our day-to-day life, to our parents, to our guru, as well as to our children and to our society, to the nation, to the whole world. It goes to the concept. That's why Acharya has said, when he had to face the consequences of a king, who tried to take them away, when they cross the river, the entire whole world is his world. Ekam Vishwadipaha, Yesham Vishwapradipaha. We are all his children. So there is no place, where he is not occupying everywhere. And that's why, they said, Isavasyam idam sarvam yatkinchi jagatyam jagat. No place is not, he is there everywhere. He is pervading. He was pervading in the sense, we will have to take, little more Anu as well as Mahat. Anu is inside us. Even in a small atom he is there as an electron, and further when the electron is surrounded by so many others, he is there. And he is also the Mahat. He is transcendental. He is terrestrial. He is everywhere. Even the new galaxies come or new thing, they are coming about. They are going to moon, Mars or anywhere. Everywhere, they find whether the Big Bang theory or, whether there is a dark matter theory, everywhere he is there. So therefore, we will not be able to, because he is the one force within which we will have to operate. That is why he is a Virat Swarupa. In the Virat Swarupa, all of us are there. And the third sloka was telling us, Asurya namate loka antena tamasa vrataha tamste pratyabhi gachanti eke chatma hanojanaha. See, when you try to get involved in the day-to-day gifts of the world, when you try to find, the little pleasures which you are enjoying, you get involved totally with the world. When you are getting away from the Almighty, that is from you, inside, the controller, when you go away from that, then you lose the entire benefits of whatever you are doing. Assuming that you are doing everything, internally realizing you are doing it, even if you don't get any sort of a benefit from whom, for whom you have already worked for, you don't have to worry. He will give it to you. After all, once you do it, he ensures that you get all the benefits of your karma. Karma phala will be available. That's why, Gita, they said, Karmanyeva adhikarastu. You have got to do only karma. He will take care of what you have to do. You don't have to worry. Look, I have done so much. What I have got. You never think like that. It is he who is there. If you have done with your total devotion and your duty, he will be there to take care of it. And he will certainly ensure it. That is what Asurya Namate Loka. If you don't do it, if you get involved with the world, they say, you will totally lose your potency. The controller who is trying to give the grace, you are not able to receive that. Slowly you get into the darker world. Asurya, in the Surya, he has given you the entire energizing, effulgence, he has given it to you to do everything. But when you are not able to get it, you get into the darker world. The more you get it, see, over a period of time, what happens is, it also gives a warning. As a sort of a mother gives to the child, if you don't touch the flame, if you touch the flame, it will hurt you. He says, if you do it once you go away, because then, when the cycle of birth comes, when you have to come, perhaps, you may take a lower level, birth also. That is also possible. And again, because why you have to do it? Because he is always there, waiting to put his grace. Then we went to the fourth sloka where they said, how the God is, how he is sort of a controller, he is sort of giving you all his grace, as well as how he is pervading, how he is faster than everyone, how he is in the same place. Anejadekam manaso javiyo nainaddeva apnuvam purvam ashat. When he said, he is faster than everything, he is faster than Manu, because your indriyas are controlled by devatas. Devatas have been assigned the job to give the function. For instance, when you move the finger, it is the devata. It is, the Prajapati is making you move. The small energy which flows through your DNA and comes through your nerves and makes you feel, because suddenly you find, someday, you got some problem, you are not able to move the finger. Then you realize that which is the force makes you. It is pervading all your through. When we speak, even the speech is His grace. He has activated the nerves. He has allowed, the walk to come. The walk, because when it comes, the Bharati Devi, she is there and she is guiding and put the words so that others will be able to understand. So therefore, Anejadekam manaso javiyo nainad deva apnuvam purvam arshat tad davato anyan atyeti tishtat tasmin napo matarisva dadati. See, when the whole life, apa is, when you say the word which you have explained, just for the recap purposes, it is normally denotes water, because life is like a stream, life is like a Ganga. From origin it goes till such time it has to merge with the sea, it goes off. Apo, this life is a sea. When we do every karma, when we do it and all, we submit it to Matarishva. Matarishva, we said, in Cosmos, Matarishva is the prana. Prana is giving us, because of that only we are all also pranis. The animals are pranis. Even Stavara Jangamas are also prani. They are having life because the Vayu. So Vayu has come in and every one of us are taking the Vayu in the way we are able to, and we are doing that. Therefore, that particular force is guiding you, and the Matarishva, he is the one finally takes all your karma phala when you are doing with the sense of duty and the devotion. He takes it to the Almighty, because he is the one who is closer to the Almighty, next to the Almighty. He gets you and you don't get any bandhana. You get liberation. That is what they say. Anejadekam manaso javiyo. When they said Matarishva dadati. Matarishva is prana. Prana is the one who finally guides you and takes you and submits all the effects of your karma to the Supreme and gets you the liberation. So then we went to the next sloka, which was telling, the same, exercising the concept of tannejati. Tadejati, tannejati, taddure, tadvantike, tadarantarasya sarvasya, tadayu sarvasyasya bhahyataha. He is afar, he is very near. At the same time, he is in everything, and he is everything inside the world and he is everything outside the world. Tadantarasya sarvasya, tadayu sarvasyasya bhahyataha. Even the outer world, galaxies, permeating everything, whatever is the creation, he is going through everything. So this we got it, because when we had that, it makes you to get closer to the inwards, therefore you are able to get. And at the same time, even when he is afar, he is always waiting to come to your service and save you. It's not that, because that is how when he is afar also, because even when you are, feeling, when you are totally engulfed in some sort of a personal difficulty and all, what to do and all, because at that point of time you can't internally go, because the worldly affairs are there, you have got immediate things to be dealt upon. You say, what am I to do, this is it and all. He is waiting there. But once you totally try to reflect and all, okay, we have got so many things, he is there, finally you look after. When you do that, he comes in, he comes to help you. You will get the best thought that is possible. Your Sakshi will help you. He will come and help you. He will get you out of the whole difficulty what you are encountering. That was that, they said that tadejati, tannejati. Then next sloka was emphasizing the world. The whole world is his creation. All of you, all of us and all the creatures in the world, we are also having the same controller. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyeva anupasyati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tato na vijigupsate. Once you have the understanding, the same controller is controlling everyone. You don't have any dvesha, raga dvesha or like, dislike, it is not there. Sometimes we develop because of our ignorance, avidya. See, because when you like someone, because he possibly will not always able to talk in very polite or sweet words. Someone will be, because he will be able to talk to you very sweetly and all. You will try to talk to the person who is talking to you sweetly. You will have a like to that person and you may have, but both of them are having the same controller. Therefore, once you understand, you will not have a wrong advesha, because maybe I think his mental makeup is there, his experience is there, his vasana is there. Because of that, he is acting like that. The other person, he is having a different vasanas. So for you, because all are equal, you will not be affected. In fact, you will be able to give a very positive vibes to these people. They will get the benefit of interacting with you. This is that we saw that in sloka number 6. Sloka number 7, last what we saw. Yaspin sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhut vijanate tatrako mohakatsoha ekatvam anupasyataha. Yaspin sarvani bhutani. Once we have understood, in all creatures, the same controller is there, and then we reflect upon vijanataha, vishesha jnana. That is, everywhere, the Atma is there, every controller is there, that we understand that. Vishesha jnana, once you go and then once you reflect upon, once you understand, that is how, because they are getting, because his creation is there. All the creation are also trying to help each other, because for us, it may appear little different, because, you are getting, little negative effects because of some creatures. It's not so. All creatures, even insect has a positive effect. Even the COVID has a positive effect. It may has come basically to sort of, instigate the human beings, please go far and see, because the entire whatever has come is our own creation. How it has come? The DNAs, we have mutated so many DNAs, so many animals' DNA we have mutated. When it comes to mutate our own DNA, we feel, how it can happen, because we don't have any vaccine. But did you give a vaccine when you mutated other animals, other creatures? We never did that. It is a cycle which is coming about. It is a prakriti niyama. The pravritti, it is coming back to us. But finally, he will give us a way to, because what will happen is we will correct ourselves. We will correct our living in such a way that we will not be mutating the whole, because how many creatures have been extincted? Extinct creatures. If you see National Geography or anything, more than 200 million creatures are extinct. They are not there. Because of the human beings, the actions and human beings, greed and other things, the entire, those creatures, they also have a right to live. They are not living it. But now we will also understand, the whole world will change. Our way of dealing will change. Already our way of dealing will change. Because, see, in earlier days we say, because don't hate anyone, everyone is like a part of your body. Now, in my own part of body, if I have to touch my face, they say, please go and wash your hands. 2 seconds, you wash your hands with soap and touch your own, this. See how this has come about? When I have considered it's my own body, and the face is also mine, hand is also mine, but if I have to touch my face, I will have to do that. He has brought a lesson to us. Don't treat, because everyone is equal. If you treat everyone is different, you are also different. You can't touch your face. You have to wash your hand, 2 seconds, with the soap, then only you can touch. This is the greatest lesson no one could have given. The entire world has been given a lesson which we would not have thought. Even a year before, have we thought something like this would come? We would not have thought. It is He who decides. He has brought it to us. We will be learning. We will be better citizens. We will be better beings. We will be having a whole lot of, the worldview of it. As we were discussing this morning, we will be fearless. When everything is same, everything is having the same context, everything has got the same efficiency, everything has got the same need, why we should have greed? Finally, when we do that, we will also adjust, we will also be going by what you need at that point of time within the ambit of conditionalities created by the Almighty. Once we have understood, yes, this is going to be, they don't have to fear. Even the animals don't have to fear you. You don't have to fear. Even the plants don't have to fear. The trees will be there. It will not be cut. You will not go and cut just because of your greed. You will try to cultivate. Already we have got the realization. But it has not come about. It has not come about the whole world. It is an understanding now. Now coming to this all great concept, how we have that. The sloka number 8 I was telling is going to be a sort of a fabulous sloka because this sloka is closer to Srimad Acharya. Srimad Acharya has repeatedly quoted this sloka again and again to show that the world is real. There is no Mithyavada, because it is not unreal, it is not something different. This sloka, when he has quoted the meaning, when he has done, see, we have to always keep aware, it is all Swayambhu Manu's experience. He has experienced, when he has faced difficulty to face the whole Rakshasa Ganas and all those things. In fact, there is a story which goes twice the world has been shifted out of its axis and it has come back. Though there is no scientific proof and other things, but if you see the dating of the world is 18.1 billion years before. At the same time, the Manvantaras, if you take together, it is coming to 18.1 billion. The 18.1 billion is the plus or minus 2% error only. That is what the scientific carbon dating says. So is the Upanishads also say. They are all mathematical calculation. Yes, sir, Raghavendra, yes. Oh, sure. It's a very good point, you tell me. Yeah, correct. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, Masa, correct. These are all only approximations. The approximations will have to be finally specifically proven. In fact, even when Einstein, when he has proposed, it was only a hypothesis because he was very great in understanding and doing it. But mathematically, they wanted a scientific proof. It took almost 2.5 years to be accepted and became a world famous theory of relativity. So that, absolutely. No, it's a mind boggling when you look into. There is one Professor Ramasubramaniam from IIT Bombay. He has done the Vedic mathematics, he says, when he says, I think so, such a thing they have envisaged in those days without, because only by their own reflections and other things. No great equipments were available. That shows how we are able to understand the primordial power. That is great. I think that, absolutely, it's a wonderful, because this is the type of discussions all of us should share. Because the Tao of Physics, there is a book. And Tao of Physics, he says, when you sit on a seashore, you may find a beautiful sea and, the waves are coming. But there are about 6 million bombardments takes place. So the entire, the sand, it is moving, with the air. It is, all the old particles, the atoms are moving. So many rays are bombarding you. And it is a cosmic dance, he says. That cosmic dance, unless you get into and do it, otherwise you will only see the sea, water, the scenery and all. That is how, as we rightly pointed out, it is a great wonder how they are able to bring out this concept, which scientifically they are trying to do only with the approximations. That is what it's a great knowledge, which we will have to get. Who has provided that great knowledge? The person, supreme power, has got the great knowledge. He is the one who is the knower of things, and we are trying to understand him with our limited experience, limited knowledge and limited aptitude. So when we try to do, what happens, because we will not be able to, we will have an indication, we will not be able to form. Once we know that we can't totally comprehend him, but then we have an idea what is he capable of doing. As pointed out by Raghavendra, he is creating yuga after yuga, kalpa after kalpa. He has put in everything in place. This is what the sloka is going to explain. In fact, it's wonderful, that you have come out with a discussion. It's going to be more apt for this particular sloka when we are going to go into the details of it. The sloka comes. No, it's wonderful. Correct. And not only that, because he has taken the trouble of going through, the whole the determination of the age of the carbon dating. Okay. Now we will recite the mantra. Sapargayak chukram akayam avranam asnaviram suddham apapaviddham kavir manishi paribu swayambhu yata tatyato raktan vyadachat shasvatibhyas samabhyaha.
This mantra, first line and second line together, it is having 50 letters. Though it is in Jagati Chandas, it has got 2 more letters. The Jagati Chandas can have 1 or 2 more letters always. And when it is called only 1 letter, either less or more, it is called Vrik or Nivrik. And when it is having 2 more letters, it is Swarik Jagati. And this Jagati Chandas has been used in some of the slokas, like sloka number 4. Earlier it has been used to bring in most of the components of the Upanishad and explain it in the particular context, textual context, and bring about the exact meaning, as well as to take it up as a turning point. Because up to sloka number 8, it is like, understanding the God. After understanding the God, to see that we don't have any delusion, no fear, and what are all the capabilities of the God, and how best we can understand within our capacity. That is what we are going to see in this. So having understood the God, that we exist in Him, all the beings exist in Him, and He exists in all the beings as the controller. There is a unity of His existence as a controller in all the beings. Once there is a unity of His existence in all the beings, why should we have a delusion or a fear? There is no question of having any delusion or fear. That's what we have seen up to sloka number 7. Saha is those who have realized, having understood so much. Now they can, and what are all his qualities? In the first sentence says, first line says, what are all not his qualities? While understanding the God, neti, as in the Vedas, when you understand the God, first they say he is not like this, he is not like this. The deducting the understanding of the God, the power, it is being used by giving all the negatives. What is he not? Here also the same thing has been adopted. Sa Paryagat, having understood, having come so far, come to know the Brahman, as he is all pervading and we are all existing in him, and he is existing in all the beings as the controller. Shukram, the simple meaning and the Shukram is resplendent. He is just shining like anything. Shukra is like a Rajat, like a silver is shining. It is a simple meaning. The underlying meaning of this word is Shuka plus Ra, that is Shokarahita. He is free from all the sorrows, all the miseries, what we are all encountering. So he is Dosha Varjita. He is, as far as he doesn't have to have anything called, he is such pristine pure, he doesn't have to, he is a Nityananda Swarupa. He doesn't, the question of Shoka doesn't arise at all. He is always Ananda, he is a bliss. He is Sagyānananda Seshaha. That's what the Srimad Acharya says, Sagyānananda Bahu. That's what Acharya says, for as a pramana for this particular Shoka from the Varaha Purana. And when we are understanding is, because what we are understanding as a Sat. Sat can be known. Nachi Vedyaha. Asatya can be unknown. That is, you have to remove your knowledge of Satya and you have to know the knowledge of Satya. Both comes here. Nachi Avedya. Can be known to the extent of each one of our capacity. Yata upasati tata bhavati. The Shukram brings in all the components. He is a Shokarahita. He has to be understood. When he has to be understood, he is free from any of these qualities that are affecting the beings. Because he has created all the beings. He is there as a controller. Akayam, he doesn't have a body like us. He is without the body. He doesn't have a Stula Sharira. Abhuti, he doesn't have a Sukshma Sharira also. Like Anuruddhavada, what they say, he doesn't have any Shushma. He doesn't have to have either of them. Avranam, he is complete, not suffering from the limitations of time, space, anything and all. He is pervading everywhere, as we have seen. Isavasyam idam sarvam yatkinti jagatyam jagat. So he is there everywhere, and he doesn't have any limitation whatsoever is preventing him from being confined to a particular place. Whereas we are confined by our thoughts, our limitations and all. Asthaviram, lacking sinews, lacking the body like his muscles. Because when we want to know the form of the God, it is beyond, it's a Virat Swarupa. Since we are all existing in him, it is not possible for him to be limit within the particular form with muscles, sinews, and as we normally understand in this world. He Shuddham, Parisuddham, he is pristine, pure. As we have discussed in earlier also, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Sashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam. That is how in Gita describes the Paramatma. That means he is free of everything. Everything is Pavitram. He is Brahma's Brahma, Param Brahma, Param Brahma, Param Dhama. His place is the highest abode anyone would like to go to. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram. He is absolutely pristine, pure in every aspect. Apapa Viddham. He is untainted. He cannot be tainted. We have seen already, we have understood. And it has once again been emphasized in a worldly, because since we are always getting used to the worldly thing, again and again, the thought may come up, and in order to remove that he is not any of these things, by giving all the negative components, what is he not? Neti Neti, as in the Veda, it is also a Papa Viddham. Next line gives all his extolling qualities, like Kavihi. Kavihi is, as last session we discussed about Kovidaha, the highly enlightened sages and all. He is Kovida's Kovidaha. He is fully knowledgeable. In fact, he is giving the knowledge to all the Brahmas and all the Rishis and all the Matarisva, all Hiranyagarbha, whatever you call, he is giving all the knowledge and all. And he is Kavi's Kavihi. And when we Kavihi, because we have to understand, why we are using this very often in our daily puja and all. When we do, because Nishusita Ganapate, Ganeshu Tvamahu, when we start the puja, we say, you please come and take your place here. Nishushita Ganapate, Ganeshu Tvam Ahu. Ahu Vipratam Kavinam, Visesha Pratamam Kavinam. You are a Kavi's Kavi and you are Viseshaha, so you come and okay. And Nishushita Ganapati Ganeshut Maha Pradam Kavinam Narute Tvakriyete. You make me to do the puja. In fact, you are getting your puja done by me. I am an only instrument, agent. Mahavam Argam Matsamach. I am doing Arga, I am just having, this Patra and all, everything I am doing as you are getting it done by me. And when we say, because Nishushita Ganapati, because we are doing Vishnu Puja, why we are telling Ganapati and all, is Ganas Adipati. Though it is coming from Ganesha Suktam, it is his Ganas, everything, whatever you read, Mitra, Varuna, Vayu, everything, because Prana, when we call everything, finally when you see the etymology of these words, finally it refers to the supreme power only. Kavir Manishi. Manishi is the Adipati of the Manishi. When he is Adipati, he is controlling everyone's mind, including Brahma's mind. The Brahma who has created all of us, his mind also is creating, and he is also controlling all the subsequent Swayambhu Manu and all of us. We are all the successors of Swayambhu Manu. All our mind he is controlling. He is Isha of the Manishi. Paribuhud is transcendental. He is going beyond all the galaxies, whether it is nebula, whether it is supernova, whatever new galaxies are created everywhere, which we can't imagine. In our thought process, we will not be able to comprehend anything. All those things are controlled by him. So, such a power, how can we comprehend him? We will be able to understand by the indications, by our own reality of the bliss, and by knowing, because what is the best way to know him is understand that we know that we can't comprehend him, that we don't know him. That is the final understanding what we have. Paribhu, omnipresent, he is the controller of everything, he is the plenitude. There is nothing that there is left out. He controls across the transcendental and terrestrial. Swayambhu, all of us understand, he is the self, he doesn't need any other, he is independent, he is Swatantra. He is Swayambhu, and we are all the causes. We are all the causes, because we are all the Karana, Kriyas. He is the one who creates all of us. So, he has created everything. His process of creation has been explained so beautifully. He has created everything as it is. He has created beautifully this world and all the plants and everything. He has created the cosmos, he has created the Milky Way, he has created the galaxy, he has created all other things. He has put the sun in place, where the sun is able to give you the light, and they have now found out supernovas and all. They are giving the power more than 500 times, more than 500 billion times the power of the sun is being shown in that supernovas and all, whatever comes and all. All those things have been created. He has put sun in such a place. Even if 0.00001 degree is variant, with the sun's path and the earth's path, all of us will be burnt alive. But he has created in such a way. He is the provider of energy. That's why we call ourselves we are energized Surya. In the third sloka, when we said Ashurya, because we are not getting the energy of the sun, or primordial power or supreme power. So he has created so beautiful world. He has put in everything in the place. So every creature in the place. So that's why it's bounden duty for us to live with all his creations, sync with all the creations. Harmonically we learn to live. There should be harmony amongst all the beings. This has been brought about very, very so nicely. It is such a wonderful creation, and once it is in reality, once it has been truly, properly has been created, it cannot be distinctly, deceitfully in dream or illusion. Such a beautiful world he has been creating yuga after yuga, kalpa after kalpa. How can it be unreal? It just can't be unreal. Arthan. All the objects he has put in the places. Vyadat he has created and put all the objects in place. Sasvadibhyaha, eternally, time immemorial. Yuga after yuga, kalpa after kalpa. And even within this yuga itself, when there are so many recreations are there, all those things he sets it right and puts it in proper place. Samabhyaha. Ages, we cannot imagine. It is going on 18.1 billion years we have dated, but before that the entire galaxy must have been, we just don't know when it has been formed, when the first Big Bang has taken place, when these things have come, all other galaxies, when the sun has been formed, everything and all. Is Achintya Shakti, unthinkable ability. We will not be able to comprehend him so easily and all. He who knows, as we have seen, is completely free of sorrow, without subtle body, and without any birth or rebirth or gross body like us. Indeed, himself is the source of all purity. He is untainted and is pristine pure. The omniscient, omnipresent and the omnipotent, the independent self-sustaining Lord, the controller of all the minds, has eternally created all entities in infinitude cycles of creation, yuga after yuga. Such a wonderful supreme being. We are trying to comprehend him, and because of him, and once we have understood that we are in him and in his Virat Swarupa and he is in every other being controller, we become fearless. Once you become fearless, I don't have to worry about it. You carry on your duty, carry on as ordained, you go and do your karma as best as possible. Therefore, by knowing the Supreme as described, the qualified seeker shakes off the bondage to the subtle body and dense body, which are the causes of suffering, and hence attains freedom from the delusion and sorrow. The first half of mantra, which as we said, we have seen it gives the negative qualities to telling neti neti. The second half clarifies the actions of the Lord, such as creations, entirely true from time immemorial and need further explanation. This is how the Srimad Acharya has taken it as in every possible occasion as a proof and pramana for the reality of this world. When we have seen how the God is being understood, and one of the things, as we have seen in Purusha Suktam also, Vedantam edam purusham mahantam aditya varnam tamasas parastat tamevam vidvan samrutahata bhavati nanyapanda vidyate ayanaya. See, he is Aditya Varnam, he is sun, he has got the qualities, he has created so beautifully this world. Once you know him is the creator, that itself is your knowledge, that you have known the God, and then you submit yourself. The only way you know the God is Nanyapanda Vidyate Ayanaya. There is no other way you can know the God. This is the only way you can know the God. So clearly, so emphatically, it has been brought out in this. And in this context, we will have to see one more sloka in Ramayana, which is very beautiful, and it is the discussion between two of the citizens. It is in the Ayodhya Kanta. The sloka goes like this, so beautiful one. It gives the concept of this Upanishad and this particular sloka. Yascharamam na pasyetu. Yascharamam na pasyetu. Whoever has not seen Rama, whoever has not understood the primordial power as we have understood till sloka number 8, that we are all existing in his Virat Swarupa and he is existing in all the beings as the controller. Yamcharamo na pashyati. Whomever has Rama has not seen. That is, whoever has not got the grace of the God, because you have not gone into your inward journey. Internally you have not gone in. This sloka says in a simple words, Yascharamam na pashyatu. Yamcharamo na pashyati. Ninditaha sarva lokeshu svatma apyenam vigarhate. Yascharamam na pasyetu, yamcharamo na pashyati, ninditaha sarvalokeshu, svatma apyenam vigagrate. Your own Atma will totally, because blame you that you have not seen Rama, neither Rama could see you. The meaning is that you have not understood that you are living in this Virat Swarupa, and that Virat Swarupa is also inside you, in your Atma as the controller and all the beings. There is a unity of the whole changeless world where he is there. The changing world is Jagrati, we are always changing. But he is unchangeable, he is constant in all the beings as the controller. And you will be, if you don't understand that, Ninditaha Sarvalokeshu, Brahmaloka, Satyaloka, Bhurloka, Bhuloka, and all the lokas you will be blamed. Svatma, your own Atma will blame you if you know that. This is one of the beautiful sloka. Perhaps we will also be having it in these gems when we are discussing in the Valmiki Ramayana concept. Thus we have seen knowing the Supreme Being is the liberation. Upanishads provides the knowledge to know the Supreme Being. This knowing Brahman as Atma, Akshara, Akasha, Prana and whatever it is, as per our capacity. Yatha yatha upasana tata tata bhavati. Within our control, each one of us will know to the extent of our capacity of upasana and effort. He is the creator, sustainer, regulator, destroyer, enlightener and liberator. He is all put together. He cannot be taken as only one cause. He is causing everything, by reason of which by his grace we getting all those things. He is an independent principle upon which all others are dependent, sentient and insentient. He is immanent and transcendent. He is infinite and can't be comprehended. He is pristine, pure and blemishless, doshavarjita, all encompassing in plenitude. He is the controller and all the entities derive their capacities, efficiencies from it with the limited quality, their own limited qualities. He is Satchit Ananda. The Prakriti, the primordial nature, is the material cause of the world and he is the efficient cause of this Prakriti. And we all come to know of him by virtue of a constant practice, upasana, and by doing our karma as ordained by him, with all the devotion that is possible in the world, with the attendant all our efficiency. Whatever efficiency we are possessed with, we are given, we will have to do it with such efficiency. Whatever we are doing, whatever profession we are doing, whatever line of activity we are having it, we will have to do it sincerely, submitting it as our offering to the Almighty, which will subsequently be taken by Matarisva, and you will become free of bondage and totally liberated. The first half of the mantra has been endowed with all the negative qualities to understand the Lord. The very purpose is that how such an entity who is not having the physical body like us can be capable of action, since all the action is seen to be only by beings, creatures that are endowed with physical bodies. In order to make those who are endowed with only physical bodies to understand, this has been brought about so that consciously they are aware the qualities of the God. The second half of the verse, as we have seen, is giving the Lord such his powers of the Lord and the cause of the Lord, as a creator and entirely true and have been so from time immemorial. Therefore, there is no need to explain the creation as a mist or illusion. The Lord from is characterized by same qualities such as omniscience. Hence, it is not that he has no form, but only that he doesn't have one of the same deficient sort of creatures of the world do. Srimad Acharya quotes from the Varaha Purana, Anadi Ananta Kaleshu Pravaheka Prakarakam. And when he describes the Lord's qualities, Sagyanananda Sishesho, Sagyanananda Bahukaha, Sagyanananda Dehascha, Sagyanananda Padavan, Evam Bhuto Mahavishnu Yadatta Jagadidrisham, Anadya Ananta Kalinam Samajascha Mechaya Prabhu. Idi Varana Purana. From here Srimad Acharya quotes, saying is everlasting Ananda. That Ananda can't be imagined. He is Ananda Deha. He is Ananda Sesha. He is Ananda Bhavakaha. He is Ananda Padavan. Sarvananda, Sachitananda, Evam Bhuto Mahavishnu Yathartham is Mahavishnu. He is the final authority. Supreme power is nothing but Mahavishnu. Jagadidrisham, Anadya Ananta Kalinam, Sasajjar Tvavimechaya Prabhu. He gives irrefutable evidence showing that this is such a wonderful creation by the Supreme can never be unreal. It is real, and it is. He has demonstrated it yuga after yuga, kalpa after kalpa. He is Ananda Swarupa. He is always in the bliss, and because of him, we are able to get his bliss. It's Ananta because he is Ananta, and every time he has also created the beings like us. He has put all of us in our place, wherever we have got to be, and he has given us the karma, whatever we are ought to do. Everything is ordained. It is yuga after yuga, cycle after cycle, and our own cycle of birth is only a part of it, because that's one our own creation. We do our own cause and effect, but he gives us all the potency, and he is there as our controller. There is a unity across the world. We are all in him, and he is in us, and this is the concept so beautifully brought out and so beautifully quoted by Srimad Acharya, and he has given the pramana from Varaha Purana. This is such a wonderful sloka. This is going to be referred again and again, not only in this Upanishad and in all other scriptures, in all other arguments to prove that the world is real. Srimad Acharya has taken it is a prima donna evidence to be quoted. With this, we will conclude today's session. We will proceed to recite the Shantipata of Isavasya Upanishad or the Yajnaya Upanishad. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.